Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm back with another update coming out from Ukraine, and I've got several big stories that I want to share with you guys. Lots of information just starting to break here in the last few hours. We have a very big story we're going to start off with on your screen. Russia hacks Ukrainian television with warning of Oreshnik attack. Ukrainian TV alerted about impending shelling with Oreshnik, reportedly based on intercepted Russian broadcasts emphasizing the deployment of Russia's Oreshnik missile. Now, many citizens inside of Ukraine started to receive this message on their TVs, and many people were confused about what this was. Reportedly, this was not the Ukrainian government that was issuing this warning on televisions inside of Ukraine. This was actually Russia that was doing this. Now, the big question is, are we going to see massive attacks inside of Ukraine with the Oreshnik missile here very soon? I mean, we did hear a few weeks back from the Pentagon in the United States stating that Russia was going to fire another one of these in the coming days, and that was several weeks ago, I want to say, approximately about 2 weeks ago. So it is possible maybe Russia could fire one of these very soon. We don't know if this is just some sort of saber rattling, maybe from a Russian hacker group that's just trying to scare people inside of Ukraine. Or is Russia about to launch one of these Oreshnik missiles once again, striking Ukraine? We'll have to see what happens, but we'll go over these details here in just a moment. We also had reports today that the U.S. Treasury was warning that they were also hacked. Their workstations were hacked by Chinese hackers, okay? So two major hacks being reported today with cyber attacks. And also in the Kursk Oblast, we have reports in the city of Elgov of a major attack over there. I think it was HIMARS or some sort of missiles were striking over there in the city of Elgov in the Kursk region. So very possible we could have had a major bunker that was struck over there. I'll have some information to show you guys. There could have been potentially dozens or maybe hundreds of Russian and North Korean soldiers inside of a bunker that was hit. Also some reports that maybe could have been some ammunition also being stored in the Kursk region that was struck, as I do have video footage showing secondary explosions. So we'll talk about all those details here in just a little bit regarding the Kursk region as well. First, we're going to start off talking about Ukrainian television being hacked by Russia. So let's go ahead and hop right into this. We're going to start off over here on Times Now World. It says, Oreshnik attack in hours. Russian hackers hijack Ukrainian TV to air emergency warning. Ukrainian TV alerted about impending shelling in Oreshnik, reportedly based on intercepted Russian broadcasts emphasizing the deployment of Russia's Oreshnik missile. The Oreshnik medium-range ballistic missile, able to carry either nuclear or conventional warheads, has been characterized by Russian media as a devastating weapon that can strike NATO targets in just minutes. This was just coming out today, actually, December 31st, 2024. That would have been in Ukrainian time, but it's still December 30th if you're in the United States. So also, it says here, Ukrainian television has issued a warning that shelling of Oreshnik will occur in the coming hours. According to some sources, the TV is being hacked by the Russian Federation. The message was broadcasted by Ateo breaking over a Telegram channel. Upon translation, the message warned of an imminent shelling. So this is video footage coming out on X. Somebody showing their television that was hacked. I actually have some stuff I can show you on X. We're going to jump on over here now, and I have a few videos and pictures I can show you regarding this situation. So let's hop on over here to the informant just for a moment. Ukraine has reported that Russia has allegedly hacked into local television frequencies to broadcast an unauthorized emergency message. This message, which was not issued by Ukrainian authorities, has caused confusion and alarm among the local population. Ukrainian cybersecurity officials are currently working to secure their broadcasting systems and counteract this breach. The Ukrainian government has urged its citizens to rely solely, on official channels for accurate information and has promised swift action to restore and protect national media infrastructure. So we've got a quick video here about 7 seconds long showing somebody's TV that was hacked, and I've got a few pictures we can show you as well. So let's start off here. So not a whole lot of sound here, but we have somebody recording their TV as there was a message popping up here indicating that this Oreshnik missile was going to be coming in the coming hours, and maybe even multiples of them is what was being reported. So possibly we could be hearing of multiple strikes with the Oreshnik missile very soon. We'll see what happens here. Here's another picture of somebody's TV having this message also displayed. And then we also have this as well that is translating this into English. And it says right here, within a few hours, the enemy is going to attack the cities of Ukraine with Oreshnik medium-range ballistic missiles. Okay, notice that it has an S here at the end being plural. Okay, so maybe could we see multiple missiles striking into Ukraine? Very possible, or maybe this is just some sort of attempt to try to scare the people of Ukraine. It says here, in the event of an alarm, please take shelter immediately. Do not ignore aircraft alerts, okay? And there's some more information here that got cut off. I'm not sure what it says there, but I guess they tried to make this appear as if it was coming from the Ukrainian government, but apparently this was some sort of hack from the Russians, okay? So now we're going to move on to some other updates here. This is from Max24. A state-sponsored actor in China hacked the U.S. Treasury Department, gaining access to the workstations of government employees and unclassified documents, according to the New York Times. This announcement comes after revelations in recent months that China had penetrated deep into U.S. telecommunication systems, gaining access to the phone conversations and text messages of U.S. officials and others. So here's the official report right here. China hacked Treasury Department in major breach, U.S. says. The department notified lawmakers of the episode, which it said was linked to a state-sponsored actor in China. Okay, so they're claiming this was China that did this today. This is pretty big. I mean, the U.S. Treasury being hacked. Now, it's up to you if you want to believe whether this was China or whether this even happened. Some people are saying they don't even believe that it really happened. Who really knows? But this was a very big report today. Just wanted to let you guys know what happened with this in case we see some developments coming from this in the coming days. Okay, now moving on to this other update, talking about the Kursk Oblast with this explosion that was reported over here. Ukrainska Pravda reports Russians report another attack on city of Elgov in Kursk Oblast, and there was a video, and I do have a few videos I can show you guys. This is coming out today, December 30th, 2024 on Monday. And it says here, Alexander Kinstein, the acting governor of Kursk Oblast, has reported another strike on the city of Elgov in the region. He has stated that there is currently no information about casualties or significant damage. Quote from Kinstein says there is currently no information about casualties or significant damage. Details says emergency and utility services are working at the scene. Meanwhile, local residents have shared videos on social media showing the aftermath of the strike, including a fire and a damaged building. So there is some videos. I do have this exact video pulled up on X that I can show you guys. Few different sources here showing this information. So we'll start off with this first video here. It's approximately 41 seconds long, showing explosions in the background behind this house. And it says, from Max24, Elgov, a missile attack on the location of 810th Brigade. Okay, so this was one of the first videos starting to come out showing explosions from somebody's camera here in front of their home. Now, I will note the sound of this video is very distorted. I think whatever was recording this was not able to pick up the sound of these explosions very well. So you're going to hear lots of like pop sounds as the camera sound is kind of going in and out. But you will see some explosions over here in the background. So it's approximately 41 seconds long. Take a look at this. All right, so my apologies again once for the sound. Yeah, we can see multiple strikes over here just in the background. Looks like maybe 3 or 4 or more direct strikes. And I was hearing that HIMARS was being used in this area. I'm not sure if this was ATACMS or Storm Shadow missile, anything like that. But as far as I know, was HIMARS, but definitely some sort of missile attack in this area that we can see. We also have this other video from Vicegrad24 breaking. The Ukrainian army just struck a large group of Russian and North Korean soldiers in Elgov in the Kursk region. Okay, so this video was being shared by multiple sources on X. Some were also indicating that a bunker was being hit as well that was underground. So I'm not sure if this was HIMARS. Who knows? Maybe it was Storm Shadow missiles being used. We really don't know just yet. Not a whole lot of information is coming out from this area, But you're going to be seeing lots of fire here, and you're also going to hear secondary explosions indicating that some ammunition was also hit and was destroyed at the same time. So take a look at this.
Ничего не видно, но жесть, короче. Пожар начался. Ребята все в бункере, много человек.
All right, pretty intense video. We can see secondary explosions over here. What sounds like small arms ammunition detonating over here. We can see a massive fire as well, which almost looks like a little bit, if you look closely, like it's coming out of the ground. So I'm not sure if maybe there was some sort of bunker over here that was being reported. Could have been under the ground over here, which looks like maybe a street or something. But if we get more information, I will definitely update you guys on that, let you know what happened here later, okay? Moving on to another update from LX Summer. Good morning, sunshines. Enjoy your coffee and let's go. Moscow region, Russia. Arson. Electric train set on fire in Dmitrov, Moscow region. The lead car of an electric train, presumably EP2D-0014, which was parked at Dmitrov station after so-called major repairs burned down. Preliminary, another arson was committed at the Lobnya depot. At least 2 electric trains were on fire that night. Okay, so from what I understand from this story, this was actually being reported on mainstream news. I think Kiev Independent picked this up. This was probably the GUR again from Ukraine. So their intelligence directorate most likely carrying out this attack, some sort of sabotage on some trains over here in Russia, in the Moscow region. So we've got a few videos we can show you here. Don't think many of these videos have much sound, but we can see a train that's on fire right here. So you can see the lead train car completely engulfed in flames, and supposedly due to some sort of sabotage. We've got another video here also that shows the train on fire as well. And from what we understand, at least 2 train cars were caught on fire, deliberately caused to destroy them, and we've been seeing lots of attacks on Russia's cargo trains recently. So we got one more video here as well. You can see in the distance over here, this train car, I think that's the same one we saw in the first video from a different angle, completely engulfed in flames, okay? So it looks like we had another arson attack, and most likely as the result of Ukraine's GUR, the Directorate Intelligence, carrying out some sort of sabotage attack on these trains, okay? So we've been seeing a lot of that on Russia's railway systems recently. Also wanted to show you this. This information was just breaking recently too. Max24 reports the Russians are publishing a photo of our copter disguised as a crow. So take a look at this. They had a FPV drone, or the Ukrainians did, excuse me, and the Russians happened to find this, and it was disguised as a crow, which is like a bird, a black bird. And we can see here it crash landed, and they were able to find the remnants of this, and it definitely does look like it was a crow at some point. Here's the bits and pieces of it after it exploded. So pretty crazy. I mean, the Ukrainians have been coming up with all kinds of creative ways to develop these FPV drones. Looks like they're starting to build some of them to look like black crows as well, okay? So like birds. So kind of scary to think about. Also from Military News UA, by the end of this year, Latvia will deliver another 1,000 drones to Ukraine. Andris Spruds, the country's Minister of Defense. Next year, Latvia will allocate another 20 million euros for UAVs for Ukraine. Okay, so this was big news that came out this morning as well, that I wanted to share with you guys, that Latvia is going to be transferring over 1,000 drones to Ukraine very soon. Okay, Latvia has been sending a lot of drones. You can see on these boxes here, it says Drone Coalition. They've got FPV drones on the sticker there. So tons of these going over to Ukraine very soon. Okay, big report today from Latvia. Also from War Monitor, Russian sources are reporting Ukraine is preparing a major offensive in the new year. Weapon shipments via air and rail have increased drastically in the last 2 months towards Ukraine. Okay, so what do we know in the last couple months has been going on with Ukraine when it comes to aid packages from the United States? Well, pretty much every single week we've been having the Biden administration issuing some sort of aid package, most times between like 800 million and like 1.2 billion coming from the U.S. to Ukraine. So lots of aid and weaponry has been going over to Ukraine recently over the last couple months. And now that they've been receiving all these shipments, well, looks like they're going to be ready for a major offensive in the coming new year. So we could be seeing Ukraine launching a major offensive on the Eastern Front, as now they've got all these weapons. And then think about this also, we're going to have Donald Trump coming into office on January 20th. So I'm pretty sure that Ukraine is going to want to be in a very good position by the time that we hear that these negotiations are about to begin, or whatever's going to happen here in regards to this war potentially coming to an end. We'll see what happens. But I'm sure they will want to launch some sort of offensive to gain some territory back and a good footing prior to Donald Trump getting into the White House, okay? Finally, one last thing I want to share with you guys from Max 24, Shaheed Hunters, okay? This was a new video just coming out from the Ukrainians today showing their air defense teams taking down Shaheed drones, okay? So it's approximately like a 2-minute video. Thought it was a great way to close this video out, just kind of show you some of their air defense teams and how they work and how they bring down these Shaheed drones that are coming into their territory. So go ahead and take a look at this. Enjoy.
Один кілометр від нас.
Бачили виход, бачили повітря, але звук є. Буде. Працюй.
Да.
На нас не летіло.
All right, I thought that was a pretty cool video to kind of close this up and to show you the Ukrainian air defense teams taking down these incoming Shaheed drones into their territory and some of the tactics they use. I think it's pretty cool. They use like a spotlight and stuff too to try to see where these drones are at when they're incoming. So this was just a new video that was breaking from Ukraine today that I thought I would show you, and I hope you did like that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you some updates on what's happening over here inside of Ukraine, and potentially could we be seeing a Oreshnik medium-range ballistic missile being fired into Ukraine once again, or maybe even multiples, according to this message that was showing up on people's televisions in Ukraine today. So pretty scary situation, but just wanted to get you caught up and let you know what's going on, just in case we see something go down very soon. So let me know what you think of this down below. Share your thoughts, concerns, and opinions down in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.